All right, hi you guys. Welcome to the Home Value Group channel. This is Shantae Barrett. For those who don't know me, I am the team lead here at the Home Value Group. And today we're going to be talking about inspections, okay? I have 5 little tips and tricks that I want to give you when you guys are purchasing it could be your first property, your second property, or even a rental property that you have. These 5 tips will help you to know what to inspect for inspections, all right? Tip number 1, when should I do inspections? Now, inspections should be right after you are under contract with your property. So what that means is that you as the buyer, you signed off on the property that you wanted to purchase it, and the seller has signed off on the contract as well, which means you now have an executed contract. As soon as you have an executed contract, your realtor should reach out to you and ask you, when would you like to do inspections? You do it right away. The reason you do it right away, because usually with the contracts, you have about 7 to 10 days normally. Sometimes you have more depending on what type of property it is, to negotiate for inspections. So you want to make sure that you do the inspections right away, right off the bat. That way, if anything comes up, you have enough time to negotiate. All right. Tip number 2, what company should I use for inspections? Now, this is, your preference on which company you want to use. Myself and my team, we give our clients 3 different options. One of the top options that we choose for. Make sure you're checking out the reviews on that company. If you've heard from that company from somebody else, they're reputable, and they will basically fight for you. They're going to be the only person that's really going to be inspecting that property. So you want to make sure that you are making the right decision, okay? So make sure the company that you use is reputable and they are working for you, okay? Third question, who pays for the inspection, okay? When we have our buyer's consultation with our clients, we really go through what the fees are before we even have our client go through the process. We want them to understand what they're paying for and make sure that they have the money ready to go. The buyer is the one that pays for the inspection because the buyer is the one that's going to be purchasing the property, okay? Usually inspection prices run anywhere from $350 up to $600. It really depends on the square footage of the property. Obviously, if you have more square footage to inspect, they're going to charge you more, but it ranges about $400, $500 for average inspection. And trust me, you want to pay for that inspection, okay? $400 to know what's going on in your property before you buy it. That is something that is irreplaceable. We only had one client who told us, nope, they wanted to waive the inspection. They had to sign a waiver, just so we know that, we're not responsible for anything that you find after you move into the property. But as a buyer, it's in your best interest, okay? You have that right. It's your due diligence to go out there and inspect the property, and then you can ask for repairs or requests, okay? That's the only time in the transaction you can do that. So make sure you go ahead and do that inspection. All right, number 4, what to look out for in an inspection, okay? So you got the company, you have the inspection date set out, you and the inspector and your realtor go to the property. The inspector's already doing their due diligence, they're making sure everything that's going on. Us as realtors, what we do is we like to actually, go behind the inspector and look at things that are going on in the property as well, okay? The biggest thing you want to look for is things that will make a difference when it comes to the value of the property, okay? So we're talking about the roof, we're talking about the plumbing, we're talking about the electrical, those things that can make a huge drastic difference to what the purchase price is on the property. That's what you want to look out for, okay? There's a couple of, red flags here or there. If you see the brown spot in the ceiling, it was possibly a leak later on before you came to the property. If you see little wings, and it's probably termites that's there. The thing about inspections, though, anything can be fixed. Anything can be repaired, okay? So go in there with an open mind, knowing that, hey, if you do see something, it's most likely, we can definitely do something to make it work out and to fix it. When it comes to termites, and that's a common thing that we see in every home in South Florida, is that obviously it's either you have termites or you're going to get termites. So don't be afraid of termites. Just make sure that the seller definitely takes care of having that done for you. The termite treatment, and usually with the termite treatments you have a warranty, so they'll come back and spray it after you move in, and there won't be any issue. But the big things to look out for are definitely the roof, the plumbing, electrical, those things. But all of that will be included in your inspection report. Okay. And last but not least, number 5. How to negotiate repairs or ask for credit. So once the inspector goes through the home, what they do is they actually stand right there, you and your client and your realtor, and they'll go through the inspection report all together. If you have any questions, that's the perfect time, because the inspector is right there. Trust me, it's hard to get an inspector to come back out after they've done the inspection for you. So make sure that all of your questions are answered when you are there with them. You go around the home, look around, see if there's anything that you have questions about. Within about 3 to 4 hours, the inspection report will be emailed to you. What we like to do here at the Home Value Group is we actually go over line by line with our clients each single repair. We don't want to miss anything, because we know that we are in a time frame and we have to get back to the seller if we do want to negotiate any repairs. So line by line, we go through the inspection report. The client tell us, there are some things that the buyer can obviously take care of themselves, because most of the homes are not new construction. If they are new construction, that's a different story. But they're not new construction, so there is going to be little wears and tears on the home that the buyer can do themselves. They can get a little handyman to kind of fix those things. But we definitely want the seller to repair those costs, like I said, that's going to change the value of the home. You have 2 ways to do it. You can ask for the seller to repair the items, or you can ask for credit. And there's a difference between the two. When you ask for the seller to repair, please, please, please make sure that your realtor is putting on the addendum that a licensed professional will be doing the work, and they will supply you with a receipt 5 or 10 days before closing. Okay. 1, you want to avoid the seller doing it themselves. Okay. Or getting a friend or their homeboy to do those repairs for you. And 2, you want to make sure that if anything happens, you have the receipt of the company, the reputable company that the seller used to fix those repairs. Okay. If you ask for the credit, most of the times we have to get quotes from different people, like a plumber or anyone that is need of getting those things done for you. We get the quotes from there. We add up all those quotes, we present it to the seller, and those are the requests that we ask for. Okay. So you have 2 ways of negotiating the repairs. And obviously it depends on the realtor that you choose. Obviously you're going to choose the Home Value Group, on how well they negotiate for you. Okay. We are on our client's side. So we basically negotiate like if it was our property and our money, and we want the best for our client. Okay. So those are actually the 5 tips when it comes to inspections and you purchasing your home. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got as much knowledge as possible. Don't forget to like, subscribe, add your comments down below. If there's anything that I forgot, put it down below. Or any other comments, maybe you've done this with your past property that you had, or maybe you even got a good amount of money towards your repairs. Any of those things, comment them down below, and look out for the next video.